to govern a land of great peril and promise. It has suffered long from the scourge of banditry, but there is another threat, an illegitimate baron who claims the northern territories as his own.
First things first, actually holding the second most wishlisted strategy game on the Steam at the moment, Manor Lords is, in case you missed it, a medieval style city building sim with very large tactical battles is what it's promising. This game has been in our radar for years and is now finally coming out this year after a few delays on April 26 this year. Anyway, company the good words, we also got a new trailer in case you missed it.
This is War Games.
Coming in at second, right now, actually the most anticipated strategy game of 2024, in fact, the longest awaited as well. We've got over here the one and only Homeworld 3, hitting PCs exclusively, as it's the case with most strategy games, as what developers stated over 20 years of work. Homeworld 1 was released in 1999, a sequel followed 4 years later, and ever since it stopped with simply technological limits. Nonetheless, Homeworld 3 is due for release now on March 8th this year, promised to be less punishing than its predecessor and much more content.
Hostile eliminated.
Each victory will grant you experience points to unlock artifacts and available starting fleets. New powers mean new paths to victory.
Upgrade complete.
Ships will become stronger, even a little unique.
Threat detected. Let's move.
Fail a mission, and your fleet restarts at square one.
Taking fire. Get us out of here.
Carrier down.
Coming from the same developers of Starship Troopers, a strategy game. Over 20 strategy games from these developers, publishers over here. Number 3, we have Broken Arrow. Because Broken Arrow is actually a large-scale, real-time modern warfare tactics with an army building system and deep, unique customization tools. Developers promising more replayability by combining the complexity of a joint forces war game with the typical real-time tactics, action-packed gameplay. Check it out in case you missed it.
Great storm wiped the world clean.
Let's take it back.
But how?
Moving on to number 4, we've got here, of course, Frostpunk 2. 11-bit Studios over here went on and re-revealed the sequel earlier this year, and that the game remains in good shape and a PC exclusive. Now, if you're new here, it's a sequel to a city-building survival strategy game that started life about 5 years ago. The new game here has been in development for over 2 years and now set to be coming out, technically, though rumored, by the end of the year.
Need a place to work.
Who else will feed our families?
Stewart, this squalor will kill her. Where are the homes you've promised?
Can we all receive equal rations?
Hospitals are not a place for experiments. Free education for our children.
Secure and stable growth.
City for the citizens!
Stewart, hear your people.
We want a say in how we run the city.
The time of tyranny has ended.
Our delegates will make sure of that.
Let them vote.
Yes.
announced no more than 3 months ago, and ever since, one of the most anticipated strategy games on the horizon. We've got over here a rather fresh new mix of strategy building games in a new upcoming game called Leysara Summit Kingdom. Promised to launch in early access on PCs next month, this game is said to be the first mountain city builder that tasks you with rebuilding a kingdom after this community has been forced out of their home. Take a look.
Council was debating whether to even respond, the Dynasty have launched attacks across our western border.
Can't really remember the last time we had the opportunity to mention this one, but here it is once again. Tempest Rising, for those of you who missed it, is a classic real-time strategy adventure inspired by most real-time strategy old school stuff like Red Faction and pretty much most 90s gems. I mean, it's mainly a base building of real-time combats set in a modern-day alternative history war scenario with a few unique different factions. Not to mention, it's actually published by 3D Realms using Unreal Engine 5. Check it out.
I have reinforcements on their way to you. Pull that base apart.
We've discovered a strange property. On a large scale, the event could be catastrophic. Get me one of these missiles, Commander.
Man of War has a sequel that I'm making for a good couple of years now, and it's promised to be released within 2024. Like, all new here. This is actually a follow-up on a real-time strategy first released almost 15 years ago, and still one of the coolest World War Z strategy games on the platform. The sequel over here is promising all new unique locations, campaigns, and game modes, combined with the series' trademark gameplay and Eastern, also Western fronts of World War II.
Back to the beginning. There. The world untouched.
Coming to PCs at the same time a Microsoft exclusive, chances this one will make it to Series X is pretty wide, it seems right now. At number 8 we have Ara, History Untold. Well, first I'm getting mentioned over here. Ara is a turn-based forward strategy game that features both familiar and innovative gameplay mechanics, while aiming to deliver an evolution in historical grand strategy with no preset paths to victory leading to endless possibilities. Check it out, we actually got a new trailer for this one as well.
Will you inspire? Or will you conquer? However you choose to change the world, one thing is certain. History will never be the same.
The crusade is about to overwhelm us.
Delayed a couple times already and now promised a Q1 2024 coming out in the next couple months. At number 9, we've got over here Songs of Silence. Even though coming from a very small team, this game is actually one of the coolest, cutest car strategy games on the horizon. It's set in a fantasy world threatened by simply silence. Features a mix of turn-based kingdom management, auto-battler, and hero development. Then, as the developer stated, and contrasted with intense real-time battles. Check it out, there's actually a demo on Steam you can try right now.
Fate brought us here. We did not come by choice. The silence that devoured my home. Please, guiding star, send me a sign.
Queen Lorelei of Erengard, they call me Murnau. The bird will guide you to my side when the time comes.
The crusade brings you a better future. Soon, there shall only be silence.
The void will devour everything unless we stop the crusade.
Stormgate, in case you missed out, is also a next-gen real-time strategy game set in a new science fantasy universe, or so developers promise, where you will command mechs to defend the Earth or invade it as the Infernals. All that whilst exploring an ever-ending campaign. You get to group up for 3 co-ops versus AI, or compete in 1 versus 1 up to 3 versus 3, or even get creative in the battle editor. Check it out, this game is coming to PCs exclusively as well in the next few months.
Legend speaks of your ancestors wielding it to purify evil.
Atlas just revealed more information on Unicorn Overlord. It's a not primarily a strategy game, but a tactical RPG strategy and an adventure that the folks have been cooking since last year. Which case you're new to, introducing the game's story, world, characters, and combat. Unicorn is coming out March 8th this year for Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, Switch, and also the PlayStation 4. It's a Japanese style game and features a rather new blend of exploration, turn-based combat, and a lot of adventure.
And heavenly angels.
Today marks our first foray into the mists of despair which hang heavy over our home. It may take days, months, or even years, but I shall see the duties of my bloodline fulfilled.
Atlas and Vanillaware present the rebirth of tactical fantasy RPGs. Unicorn Overlord. Available March 8th, 2024.
And last but not least, we've got over here something called Kaiserpunk, developed by Overseer, same folks who previously came up with the game Patron. Well, a new attempt over here is a survival town builder with a pretty heavy emphasis on social simulation. And the folks promise that however you decide to build your own town, in this game you can actually alternate history and shape the future. A pretty interesting concept. This game is coming to PCs around fall this year.
Goes through history, shaping the fate of nations. Choose wisely for the